Chapter 5. Gordon gets angry.
How do you know what to shoot?
Asked Simon. He was in Studio 1 talking to Joe, a camera operator. Joe replied,
The director decides, and the technical director gives me instructions which I hear through my earpiece.
It sounds interesting,
said Simon.
I honestly don't know how a camera works. Is it very complicated?
Joe smiled.
Well, first the light from a scene in the studio comes through the lens and is divided into the 3 primary colours: red, blue and green. Then the beams of light are directed into a tube and converted into electrical signals. After that, an audio signal is added, and finally the composite signal is sent to the transmitter.
It is complicated, but I get the picture,
joked Simon.
Oh, very funny,
laughed Joe.
What's this under the lens?
Asked Simon.
It's the teleprompter. It's the screen from which the presenter reads the script. It's under the lens so that the presenter appears to be looking at the viewer, but in reality is reading. It's often called the autocue.
Autocue? Help!
Cried Simon.
I haven't written the article for the news item.
And he ran out of the studio to the nearest computer. There wasn't much time. Simon quickly read the journalist's article about the new film and then typed as fast as he could. He was in such a rush that he forgot to use the spell checker and didn't print a hard copy for Gordon. He sent the article as an attachment to the Lunchtime News autocue file and then hurried to the gallery. 3, 2, 1, cue Gordon, said Jenny. The face of Gordon Wright appeared.
Welcome to the Lunchtime News. We begin today with a report on the Prime Minister's visit to the United States.
A photo of the Prime Minister came onto the plasma screen to the left of Gordon.
The Prime Minister was taken to the White House to meet the President and to discuss economic and foreign policies. We can now go to our correspondent in Washington for an update.
Jenny looked at Rav and smiled. The news was going well. The link to Washington had been done perfectly, and no mistakes had been made so far.
It's all looking good,
whispered Rav. Gordon continued to read in his totally professional way. As the news progressed, he moved the autocue with his foot by using a pedal under his desk.
And now we come to our final item. The new action film, Bad, will being released this afternoon in London.
Will being? After Poon, said Sally. What's the matter with him? Gordon hesitated for a second and then continued.
The film has some of Hollywood's biggest names. For example, George...
Again, Gordon stopped. The end of the sentence was missing. He glanced down at the desk to find the hard copy. He quickly looked through the sheets of paper but couldn't find it. There was a look of panic on his face. He began to feel hot. Then in his earpiece he heard Jenny say, "Go to the link!" He looked at the camera and said,
Let's go to our reporter to find out more.
As soon as the camera was off, Gordon yelled,
Someone is in big trouble.